What's up, supporters? Just wanted to do a follow-up video. I finished the Mazda CX-5 review, and the goal is to stay on schedule and have this stuff done, I don't know, pretty much every Wednesday on a schedule. Probably, I'm going to try to schedule it at 8 or 9 a.m. Central Time. So that's the first thing. So now I'm going to show you some of the cut footage from the CX-5 video and a couple clips from the Alpha video that were cut. So check it out.
Now you might be wondering, what is this phenomenon? Well, it's nothing more than a trend. It's a trend towards people buying vehicles like this. SUVs and CUVs are as hot as a porta potty at a food fest, and people are just clamoring to get them. So they are extremely important to manufacturers, including Mazda, because this is one of their best-selling models. And their previous generation CX-5 was really good. So when they went to redo this, they didn't want to change too much, but also they wanted to work on the things that, to make it better. So let's take a look. All right, let me open this door up again so we can connect. Let's continue on the negative trend. The first thing is Mazda had a problem with their previous generation cars with this flip-up piece of plexiglass that they used for a HUD, instead of shining it on the glass like everybody else. So they fixed that problem here. And to the untrained eye, you're probably not gonna notice that. But the first thing that strikes me is how this upper dash piece looks like it has elephantitis. It's so needlessly big, I don't understand it. It's just this hunk up here just to shine some crap on the windshield. And it's gonna be up to you whether this is a problem or not. I think most people are gonna look past it. The next thing that annoys me about the interior space is the blind spot monitoring. It is so overly sensitive, and I can't find a way to adjust it in the infotainment. Now you can turn off the tone, but I've noticed if I take off from a light and I'm side by side with somebody, I could be 6 car lengths and turn on my turn signal and it will still think somebody's there. It's just very, very finicky and sensitive sometimes. And I think some of the safety systems are as well. The rain sensing wipers sometimes are kind of quirky. It does work for the most part, but again, there's some of these electronics, it's just electronic quirks altogether. And that's not just the Mazda, that's every car, but it's something to talk about. The fuck? Little fuckers. God damn bugs already. Fucking not even 2 days into spring, motherfucker. Over this past year, the last thing I'm going to talk about, and this isn't really about the Giulia itself because you could get rid of this if you had a manual transmission in here. This ZF Digi joystick gear selector. This has to be the stupidest invention ever in modern cars. Because, what worked for, 60, 70 years, what people are used to, what people have been using forever that works with mechanical detents. No, I know it just doesn't work anymore. We need more space to put all the gadgets in. So we're going to put this in here. Every single person that touches this is confused by it. They hate it. Every time I get into this car, to this day, even after playing with them for months, I have a difficult time getting in a park. It doesn't always go into drive. I can't get it in a reverse. It is so frustrating and annoying to use that I would just love to rip it out of here. This is the dumbest invention in modern cars. They need to get rid of this and go back to what works or figure out a better way to do it because I'm so over it.
When I make cuts in editing, usually it's because, there's a tone that keeps coming across. Like the Alpha video, I had gone on a streak of complaining about all this shit, and a lot of it was because, this was a new car, so it's not like there's 3 different cars that are the same that you've talked about over and over again. So I felt like I was trying to point out all this little crap, and the shifter is a big deal, even though it's not really Alpha specific, but it is one of those things that is just makes no sense in the modern age of vehicles. So I cut it out, but I still feel the same way. The CX-5, some of it, like the part with the porta potty comment, I just pulled that out of my ass when I was talking, and I'm like, it's kind of funny, but I constantly see comments where people are like, well, you're not trying to make jokes all the time, you're more serious, and the reality is I do. That's kind of who I am. I'm really sarcastic. I talk that shit all the time, but I don't think a lot of people will get it, so I cut it out. I cut out the HUD segment because really, I complained about the flip-up plexiglass HUD on Mazda all the time. And finally, they're getting rid of it and they're projecting it on the glass, exactly what people want. But then, they screw it up by making this monster module on the dash pod or the gauge cluster, and again, they screwed it up again. Why they can't get it like other manufacturers, I don't know, but whatever. I'm just going to leave it out. It's just best left unsaid because I don't think most people are going to care about it. Other than that, I think that's the cut footage. I'm going to have some more videos this week, so I just wanted to give you a short kind of fun video, so thanks.